Good morning, everyone. Happy fall. Nice rainy day. I'm going to call the meeting to order. It's 10:01. The first thing is, Dawn, could you do the roll call, please?
Yes, I can. Thank you. I do want to let everyone know that we are live streaming and recording this meeting. Both of those have already begun. Jerry Abrahams? Jerry, I see you, but I did not hear your response. I apologize.
I'm sorry, Don here.
Thank you. Wendy Clark?
Here.
Phil DeFranzo? Heidi DeWingert?
Here.
Claudio Gualtieri?
Here.
Timothy Hodges? Catherine McKinnon?
Here.
Commissioner Mascara Bruno?
Here.
Commissioner Perez?
Here.
Franklin Perry? Matt Puglisi?
I'm here.
Chelsea Ross?
Here.
Sarah Sanders?
Here.
Lisa Tepper Bates? Greg Ugalde?
Present.
Sean Williams? And I want to go back. Tim Hodges, I see you have joined as well.
Here.
Thank you. We do have a quorum in attendance for this meeting.
Thank you, Dawn. I would like to ask for a motion. I would like to add one item on the agenda that is to add a resolution to adopt the 2026 QAP. So if we can have a motion to amend the agenda to add that item.
Motion to add the item to the agenda.
Second, Matt.
Any comments or questions? Dawn, could you do the roll call?
Yes. Jerry Abrahams?
Aye.
Wendy Clark?
Yes.
Phil DeFranzo? Heidi DeWingert?
Aye.
Claudio Gualtieri?
Aye. Sorry for the delay.
No problem. Timothy Hodges?
Yes.
Catherine McKinnon?
Aye.
Commissioner Mascara Bruno?
Yes.
Commissioner Perez?
Yes.
Franklin Perry? Matt Puglisi?
Yes.
Chelsea Ross?
Yes.
Sarah Sanders?
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates? Greg Ugalde?
Aye.
Sean Williams? The vote passes unanimously.
Thank you, Dawn. Motion carries. Dawn, could you go ahead with public comments?
Yes, I can. This is the only opportunity on the agenda for the public to provide comments. If you would like to provide a comment, please unmute yourself and state your name, or if you are in the room, please let us know. To ensure that everyone has the opportunity, we ask that comments be limited to 3 minutes.
Hi, this is Erin Boggs at Open Communities Alliance.
Great. Thanks, Erin. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. It's good to be back with you again. I'm coming to just offer comment sort of as a last-ditch effort on the low-income housing tax credit QAP for 2026 and 2027. First, I want to thank the staff of CHFA and DOH for engaging with us over the last few weeks about our concerns. We understand, obviously, that the public comment period is gone through and there has been a vote on this. But I want to just emphasize that because of the opportunity points, in the 9 opportunity points in the prior 2 QAPs, we've seen a turnaround in this program with originally up until that point, 84% of the tax credit units going into lower resource communities, and turning that around in the last 2 years to 69% going into higher resource communities. We believe this housing should be in both kinds of communities, but there's a long legacy of this program only allowing housing in higher poverty areas. So we've been in touch with some developers who've been relying on the prior QAP and are concerned that their projects will not fare well under the new QAP if it is adopted. And we are Also worried that developers who haven't even started putting their project together will be turned away from this, thinking they can't be competitive in areas that have zoning restrictions and are more difficult to develop in. We've offered and recommended some alternatives to CHFA and DOH, including a updated mapping and adopting the old QAP just for 1 year. And alternatively, we've come up with a new index that CHFA could maintain itself that looks at both poverty levels and school performance. So that's another possibility. And I will send all of our recommendations to CHFA in the hope that they will share those materials with the full board for your consideration. You can adopt a different QAP from what is currently in the draft. The IRS statute requires only that there be a public comment period. It is silent on whether the agency may make changes after that public comment period. And of course they can. That's the purpose of a public comment period. So our reading of the statute is that you are well within your rights as a board to make those changes to consider important civil rights and fair housing matters. And, we're in the middle of this housing crisis. So making sure that we can have housing everywhere is important, just as it's important that we see changes to zoning so we can have housing in all parts of the state that is affordable. And I encourage this administration to do both of those things. And lastly, I just want to offer a suggestion that in the future, the public comment period for the QAP program not be held during the hectic waning days of the legislative session. I think in the interest of getting full input, the timing there should be different, and that'll be a more fulsome and robust process. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today.
Thank you. Don? Anybody else? On the public comments?
Sayla, can I just ask, do we have an opportunity to make comments at all now, or do we want to do that at the end of the meeting?
We'll do it at the QAP resolution.
Okay, thank you.
And before the mortgage committee action items.
Are there any other public comments? All right, hearing none, hearing no additional comments, the public comment period has now ended. Commissioner, I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is the Executive Director's report. Nancy?
Yes, good morning, everybody. Great to see you all virtually. My report is going to focus on a couple of items today. One is on the board retreat that we are planning. Annually, we've held a retreat in person. I would welcome you all to come into the office and, so just like last year, we're going to try and do it at the end of the last meeting of the year, which is in November. This year, I believe it's November 20th. And we're already developing our agenda. If you have any thoughts about the kinds of items you might want to see discussed, please feel free to drop me a line. I do have a couple of items that I want to talk to you about today and kind of queue them up for you. One of them is around costs. I know we've been talking about it for a while, and we've said to you before that we will bring you more analysis around the cost drivers in low-income housing tax credit developments. This is a very important topic that is now consuming NCSHA's time, as well as we've been doing a lot of thinking and working on our role in how those cost drivers are impacted. There was a good discussion at mortgage committee a couple of days ago around understanding those better, unpacking them, perhaps with some illustrative examples and talking through how we might think about our own ability to impact those, as well as how we might interpret the different funding sources coming in that create the layers, lasagna financing that we're all used to seeing. So we're definitely going to have something robust at the retreat. The second topic that we believe we're going to talk about at the retreat is around our building. Last year at the retreat, we asked for your approval to envision what CHFA's future workspace might look like for the next 25 to 30 years. And we're looking for your guidance. In the last 9 months, we've put a lot of work into developing our research around this. We know that we have to make a strategic investment in the current workspace or develop our thoughts around what a alternate workspace might look like. We've been in this building since 1993, and it is in need of significant investment in building systems that are currently functionally obsolete, in addition to a retrofit to make the building more aligned with our current work needs as opposed to 30 years ago. So we've done we've had a small working group committee at the staff level, and now we're looking to bring some of that information research forward to the board level so we can get some guidance from you all before we share it with the wider board at the retreat, so we could have already incorporated some feedback. We're open to getting your feedback and your input and your questions that might propel some other types of thinking on this matter. The commissioner has offered to convene a small working group, and I would leave it up to her to decide if it's by appointment or by volunteer participation. So if you
Do
want
you want to finish?
Sure, I'll
Then
finish.
we'll do the vote.
Sure.
Yeah.
The only other topic I wanted to bring to your attention today is around the shutdown. The federal government is most likely, I think, people are handicapping it pretty greatly and saying that there's very likely to be a federal government shutdown next week. I was asked to talk about the impact of it on CHFA. In terms of exposure, we believe that our greatest exposure is with financings that require HUD's approval. So we have a couple of deals that are on their way to getting to an initial financial closing that would require HUD approval. For example, there is a 202 financing. I don't know where it is exactly, but Angela Gardens in New Haven.
Yeah,
Stanford.
Enfield.
Enfield, okay. And so to the extent we need HUD approvals for that or for a market-to-market half contract extension, we're probably going to see some delays with respect to those approvals. I know there's deep concern in the industry about a shutdown, especially with respect to HUD's ability to restart operations because of all of the layoffs and voluntary departures that have happened at HUD across a variety of different departments at HUD. So we're going to monitor the situation. I know DOH has a fair amount of interaction and touch points with the federal government as well in terms of funding sources. I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that, Commissioner.
Yeah, it's the same. Most of our programs and grants will be okay for 30 days because we will need staff. I mean, not the cuts or budget. So we'll probably within 30 days, 90 days will be okay because we have received our allocation, especially for Section A voucher, because that's where we we have a lot of resources coming in. The allocation was done for this next quarter, so we received the money. But yes, we're all just monitoring, everything else to see how it goes. I don't think we can do right now.
So that ends my report. I don't know if you want to ask for volunteers
Thank you.
now. Okay.
Yes, I was thinking to have a couple of people, so in that way is, small group of people and then they can come to the retreat. If I can have 2 volunteers with expertise in construction and financing, or I can assign, I have 2 people that I think can be very helpful. But I first allow for volunteer. Oh, great, yeah, that was one. You know, anybody else?
Commissioner Perez.
Commissioner Paris?
Yeah, I would say I would volunteer. In my past life, I did a lot of construction loans.
Cool, so you got 2 people there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we want to keep it small also because of I know the schedule is very, sometimes we can't get together because everybody is pretty busy. So 2
Yes,
board members?
perfect,
Okay.
perfect. And I promise that we will use your time efficiently and make sure that we don't need more than a couple of meetings.
Thank
I mean,
you.
more important than that to me is that we coordinate the meetings ahead of time because
Absolutely.
this is simply one more thing and then on top of the many other stuff
Agreed.
that I'm sure that everybody has to do.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Anthony? All right. thank
All right.
you. Next is Finance Committee. Aziz, you're up.
Thank you. Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. For your consideration, it's a resolution to authorize CHFA to issue up to 350 million of housing mortgage finance program bonds in 1 or more issuances. The sale will allow CHFA to raise additional lending proceeds and fund about 1,261 first-time homebuyer loans. As of September 15, CHFA had an aggregate net pipeline of about 338 million. Based on the interest rate environment, CHFA plans to utilize a structure consisting of fixed rate and variable rate and expects to close the issuance in November. To leverage CHFA tax-exempt issuance capacity, CHFA intends to pair the tax-exempt issuance with taxable bonds. CHFA has informed BofA Securities to lead the single-family financing for this calendar year. The resolution was presented to Finance Committee and the committee asked a few questions about the upcoming bond structure and the process and selection of the senior manager. The resolution was approved unanimously by committee. I'll be happy to answer any question by the board regarding the resolution.
Thank you, Hazim. Can I have a motion to approve the resolution presented by Hazim?
I'll move, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry. Can I have a second?
Second, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. Any comments or questions? John, could you do roll call, please?
Yes. Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Wendy Clark,
Yes.
Phil DeFranco, Heidi DeWingert,
Aye.
Claudio Gualtieri,
Yes.
Timothy Hodges,
Yes.
Catherine McKinnon,
Yes.
Commissioner Mascaro Bruno,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes, yes,
Franklin Perry, Matt Puglisi, Matt, I'll come back to you. Chelsea Ross,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Yes.
Lisa Tupper Bates, Greg Ugalde,
Aye.
Sean Williams. Matt, it looks like you're off mute now.
I am sorry about that. I am good. My internet dropped out.
Oh no, sorry about that. All right, so I will record you as a yes vote.
Yes.
Great, thank you. The vote passes unanimously.
Thank you, Don. Motion carries. Hazim, the next resolution.
Thank you. The next resolution is a resolution to select an external auditor for CHFA financial statements. As required by our statute and procedures, we are required to conduct and publish an RFP once every 3 years for external auditor. The appointment will be effective for 3 years or for the calendar years of 2026, 2027, and 2028. The last evaluation was conducted in 2022. In summary, we received 4 proposals, and each proposal was evaluated using a set of criteria, including weighing the firm's experience, qualification, and availability, along with fees. Accordingly, we are recommending Whittlesey PC to continue to act as CHFA external auditor. The resolution was presented to Finance Committee, and the committee asked a question about CHFA's ability to retain an auditor after 6 consecutive years. The resolution was approved unanimously by committee. I'll be happy to answer any question by the board regarding the resolution.
Thank you, Hazim. Can I have a motion to approve the resolution presented by Hazim?
So moved, Chelsea.
Thank you, Chelsea. Can I have a second?
Second, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. Any questions or comments?
This is Heidi. Do we have a limit? So, you know, it's Whittlesey for 6 years. Is there any time where we're required to change?
Yeah, that
6
is
years.
6 years. Okay, thanks.
Any other question? All right, thank you. John, could you please do roll call?
Yes. Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Wendy Clark,
Sorry, I couldn't get off mute. Yes.
great, thank you. Phil DeFranzo, Heidi DeWingert,
Aye.
Claudio Gualtieri,
Aye.
Timothy Hodges,
Yes.
Catherine McKinnon,
Yes.
Commissioner Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Franklin Perry, Matt Puglisi,
Yes.
Chelsea Ross,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates, Greg Ugalde,
Aye.
Sean Williams. The vote passes unanimously.
Motion carries. Thank you, Dawn. Next is the resolution for the QAP, and Rap is going to present the resolution.
Good morning. The item added to the agenda is on the screen there now. It's Dawn, no, that's not the resolution, but sorry. There we go. There it is. It's for you is a resolution regarding the adoption of the qualified allocation plan with respect to 2026 only. So this is essentially a reinstatement of the resolution that was adopted by the board on June 26, 2025, and presented to the governor. That adoption followed a lengthy public input process, which started in the winter with the QAP task force up through and including the public hearing that was held in June. Because of substantial changes that are included in this red line in the QAP that was adopted by the board, and as a result of discussions with the governor's office or the governor's staff, we're now recommending to adopt the plan as it was presented, but solely with respect to 2026. I would be happy to, and one other thing to mention is that for the QAP to take effect under the tax code, it does require gubernatorial action. So I'd be happy to take any questions.
Can I have a motion to approve the resolution presented by Rap?
Motion to consider.
Can I have a second?
Second, Wendy.
Second.
Thank you. Questions and comments? And Tim, you had a question.
Yeah, I guess the question, Rob, is why? So that's my first question. You know, why only 1 year? But before you answer that question, you know, Aaron's come to this meeting for the second time in a row, and appreciate the fact that the staff has had conversations with her. I will say, and I'm going to be very candid, I was a little disappointed last month when Aaron suggested that some of the changes were made because of pressure by legislators. I was on that committee, and I can tell you that was absolutely not the case. So that was a little disappointing to hear. But I am curious as to, one, the conversations and points that Aaron's brought up with the staff after, you know, how we address those. And then I guess that my next question is, are there other, we've now had the administration weigh in, we're doing this for a year. So are there other concerns besides Aaron's that have been raised that we should be aware of? Or is this kind of, you know, just one concern that's been raised a couple times?
Sure, I'll start and then Nancy can follow up. It's just one concern, one agency. The way that we talked with the administration was, okay, let's see how this plays out. We did provided information on projects. So Aaron's organization did an assumption on points. The staff provided, I think it was the statistics of from 22 to 25 real projects where did not basically agree with the assumptions that were made. However, we do want to be respectful, and talking to the administration, we said, well, let's do it 1 year. And then we take a look, we'll review it and see whether there is validated or not, and we'll make some changes. So they proposing some indexes. If you remember, we took some data from the high opportunity areas. We have emphasized more affordability where it is the need that we have. And we are pretty comfortable with the staff, the feedback that we got from all the developers. We did not we haven't heard from any developer at all. And everybody is actually looking forward to some of the changes that will make an impact on their applications. So that's the compromise that we just not to disregard somebody that we work with. We wanted to do a resolution for 2026 QIP that the governor can sign.
Thank you.
Any other question or comments? Commissioner Harris?
Yeah, I'm a little confused because what was testified in public was that it appeared that we didn't give them a good amount of time for people to give public testimony. But then what staff has stated was we started last winter, like November. So it sounds to me that that's plenty of time. So is my understanding correctly? I mean, how long the time did we get people to testify
That is
or to give
correct.
comments?
That is correct, Commissioner Perez. We started our public input sessions very early on in 2025. And we've been having roundtables with developers, with general contractors, with consultants, with the housing task, the QAP task force of the board, which are public meetings. And in none of those forums have we heard any of the concerns that we're hearing today. In fact, in response to the concerns we were hearing and the input sessions, we've had to think about how to create opportunity for developments across the state that are in need of rehab or in need of credits for new construction to be competitive. And so we believe we've done an extremely robust job.
I understand that. I just want to address the comment of the timing, right? I mean, there was no session going on in November, December of this year. You know, technically there was none in early January. So I mean, people had the chance to testify. That's what I'm trying to say. Not that I want to be argumentative, but I just want to be able to address the issue. At the same point, it was kind of alleged or innuendo, however you want to call it, that this may go against providing housing opportunities for low-income people, which is something I'm very sensitive to. I mean, I cannot imagine that staff, anybody in CHFA would be recommending something that will go against, a main mission to provide housing for everyone in Connecticut, including low to moderate income people. So there's nothing here that's changing that. I mean, different people could interpret things different, but it's not our intention to change our mission, right?
That is correct.
Like, I appreciate it. And I'm going to have to leave because we do, the commissioners have a conflict. There's a commissioners meeting going to start like in 2 seconds. And I missed that one last month as well as this one because I was in Texas. So if I was voting, I would vote yes, but I have to leave. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Sarah?
Yes, I'm not on the QAP review board, so I'm not as up to speed on this, but I was concerned, as the commissioner was, with comments that this plan may not address high poverty areas as well as it should. So if you could respond to that, and then just to understand the process. So we approved this in June, and then now it's being approved, and you're saying just for 1 year. Is the concept that way we can revisit it relative to some of those concerns? Is that what we're doing? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, let me take one of those questions first. So the first question was around, are we going to leave behind certain communities or certain people? And the answer is unequivocally no. And that's what the commissioner was talking about earlier. We've taken great care to ensure that the opportunities that are available to high resource communities are also available to other communities around the state. So in looking at the data and looking at the points that are available, we have every reason to believe that developments from high resource communities would continue to be competitive and score well under the new framework. And then to answer your second question, the board did approve it in June. And in the interim, we've been having discussions with the governor's office in response to some of these concerns and providing them data and having those conversations that have brought us to this place today, which is to say that yes, we will continue to engage with the OCA and based on the results of the 2026 round, we can make adjustments if needed. And basically it allows us to continue to have that conversation and make any adjustments next year.
Thank you.
Any other question? All right, Don, could you please do roll call?
Yes. Jerry Abrahams,
Yes.
Wendy Clark,
Yes.
Phil DeFranco, Heidi DeWingert,
Aye.
Claudio Gualtieri,
Yes.
Timothy Hodges,
Yes.
Catherine McKinnon,
Yes.
Commissioner Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez, Franklin Perry, Matt Puglisi,
Yes.
Chelsea Ross,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates, Greg Ugalde,
Yes.
Sean Williams. The vote passes unanimously.
Thank you, Don. Motion carries. Next item is mortgage committee. Pat, do you want to present the first resolution?
I am. I'm actually going to combine the first two, so.
Okay.
Good morning. As these two first items are part of a single development, I'll present a combined overview of the two, and then we can address each resolution separately at the end. At Monday's mortgage committee meeting, Colette Slover presented a request for financing for Avon Park. The project is an LIHTC hybrid transaction from the 2025 9% round held earlier this year. A hybrid combines both the 9% and 4% tax credits as a means of utilizing any excess basis available from the 9% transaction in the generation of 4% tax credit equity. As such, Colette's request came in two parts. The first part related to the 4% credits and TEB funds was a total financing request not to exceed $8.3 million and included a tax exempt construction only loan of approximately $4.65 million, interest only at 5.8% for 24 months, a tax exempt construction to perm note of approximately $2.65 million, interest only for 24 months at a rate of 6.5%, and thereafter fully amortizing over a 40-year schedule. And finally, a loan of $1 million from the Opportunity Fund at a rate of 1% to be paid interest only during the construction period, and thereafter with 25% of adjusted cash flow after the full repayment of deferred developer fee over a term of 35 years. The second part related to the 9% side of the transaction was not to exceed $8.35 million and included a taxable forward committed permanent only loan of approximately $7.35 million at a rate of 7.58%, fully amortizing over a 35-year period, and a loan of $1 million from the Opportunity Fund at a rate not to exceed 3% to be paid interest only during the construction period, and thereafter with 25% of adjusted cash flow after the full repayment of the deferred developer fee, and that would be over a 35-year term. As stated earlier, this project received the 2025 9% low-income housing tax credit award earlier this year. The development will result in the new construction of a mixed income rental community consisting of a total of 100 units located on an 11-acre site of a vacant office park right across the street from the town hall in Avon. The developer is Beacon Communities, which has an extensive history of development and ownership management of affordable housing with CHFA. The two transactions will combine to provide 22 units for households at or below 25% AMI, 39 units at or below 50% AMI, 24 at or below 80% AMI, and there will be 15 units which will be unrestricted. 22 of the units in total will be designated as supportive housing for developmentally disabled clients of the Department of Developmental Services. And in addition to the financing to be offered by CHFA on the 4% side of the transaction, other sources include $4.53 million in tax credit equity, $440,000 in deferred developer fee, $100,000 in energy rebates, and $5.82 million in funds from DOH. In addition to the financing to be offered by CHFA on the 9% side of the transaction, other sources include $19.45 million in credit equity, $1.879 million in deferred developer fee, $224,000 in energy rebates, and $7.18 million from DOH. Members of the mortgage committee unanimously approved the request. And so we'll address the first resolution before you. And as a reminder, the first resolution is the 4% transaction. In summary, this financing request is for the construction to perm loans funded with tax-exempt bond funds not to exceed $7.3 million and an additional $1 million from CHFA's Opportunity Funds. I'm happy to address any questions about this particular request or the project in total.
Thank you, Pat. I was trying to do just one roll call, but Rob is telling me
Blame
we have to go one by one. So can I have a motion to approve the 4% transaction resolution presented by?
So moved, Heidi.
Motion to approve the 4%?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Comments or questions? John, please, roll call.
Yes. Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Wendy Clark,
Yes.
Phil DeFranco, Heidi DeWinkert,
Aye.
Claudio Gualtieri,
Yes.
Timothy Hodges,
Yes.
Catherine McKinnon,
Yes.
Commissioner Mascara Bruno. I feel like that was a yes, but I didn't really hear you.
Yes.
Sorry, thank you. Commissioner Perez, Franklin Perry, Matt Puglisi,
Yes.
Chelsea Ross,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates, Greg Ugalde,
Aye.
Sean Williams. Vote passes unanimously.
Thank you, Don. Motion carries. Can I have a motion to approve the 9% transaction of this deal?
So moved, Chelsea.
Thank you, Chelsea. Got a second?
Second, Wendy.
Got that, Don?
Yes, Wendy.
Comments or questions? Hearing none, Don, could you do a roll call, please?
Yes. Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Wendy Clark,
Yes.
Phil DeFranco, Heidi DeWinkert,
Aye.
Claudio Gualtieri,
Yes.
Timothy Hodges,
Yes.
Catherine McKinnon,
Yes.
Commissioner Mascara Bruno,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez, Franklin Perry, Matt Puglisi,
Yes.
Chelsea Ross,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates, Greg Ugalde.
Aye.
Sean Williams. The vote passes unanimously.
Don, motion carries. Pat, you're gonna present the next resolution?
Yes, thank you. At Monday's mortgage committee meeting, Trayvon Perry presented a request for financing for the Judd Homestead at Russo Estates in Fairfield. The financing request was not to exceed $11.3 million and included a taxable construction-only loan of approximately $7.5 million. Interest only at 7.1% for 24 months. Taxable construction to perm note of approximately $2.8 million, interest only for 24 months at a rate of 7.1%, and thereafter amortizing over a 40-year schedule with a 35-year term. And finally, a loan from of $1 million from the Opportunity Fund at a rate of 1% to be paid interest only during the construction period, and thereafter with 25% of adjusted cash flow after the full repayment of the deferred developer fee, again over the term of 35 years. This project also received a 2025 9% low-income housing tax credit award earlier this year. The development will result in the new construction of a mixed-income rental community consisting of 40 new units in 5 buildings on 2.4 acres in a very high opportunity area in Fairfield. The developer is Fairfield Housing Corporation, led by the Venerable Carol Martin. Together with its consultant, Millennium Development and Consulting Services, they have an extensive history of successful development and management of affordable housing with CHFA and within the state of Connecticut. 10 of the units at this community will be available to households at or below 30% AMI. 16 of the units will be at or below 50% AMI. 6 of the units will be at or below 60% AMI, and 8 of the units will be at 80% AMI. 10 of these units will be designated as supportive housing for intellectually disabled clients of the Department of Developmental Services. In addition to the financing being offered by CHFA, other sources include $10.559 million in tax credit equity, $3.855 million in Urban Act funds provided by DOH, $570,000 in HTF funds from the town of Fairfield, $406,000 in deferred developer fee, $6.831 million in DOH flex funds, and $500,000 in DDS funding. Members of the mortgage committee unanimously approved the request, and I'd be happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Pat. You have a motion to approve the resolution presented by Pat. You'll talk at once.
So moved, Heidi.
Thank you. Got a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? Dawn, could you do roll call?
Yes. Jerry Abrahams.
Aye.
Wendy Clark.
Yes.
Phil DeFranzo. Heidi DeWeingart.
Aye.
Claudio Gualtieri.
Yes.
Timothy Hodges.
Yes.
Catherine McKinnon.
Yes.
Commissioner Mascara-Bruno.
Yes.
Commissioner Perez. Franklin Perry. Matt Puglisi. Matt, I'll come back. Chelsea Ross.
Yes.
Sarah Sanders.
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates. Greg Ugalde.
Aye.
Sean Williams. Matt, I don't know if you are still with us. All right. Of those voting, the vote passes unanimously.
Thank you. Motion carries. And Carol, congratulations and thank you very much to you and to the Housing Authority in Fairfield for this amazing project. We're behind you to support you.
Thank you so much,
Thanks.
everyone. Take care.
Next, resolution, Pat?
Yes. At Monday's mortgage credit committee, Steve Norris presented a request for the authorization of the return of 2023 9% LHTC credit allocation and the reallocation of an equal amount of 2025 credits. State and Chapel originally received the 2022 9% award. In 2023, the development received approval for the return of the 2022 credits in exchange for the 2023 credits. Those credits had a placed in service date of December of 2025. At present, due to various construction delays, including some very tight site logistics related to its urban location in downtown New Haven, the historic nature of the buildings and some challenging subsurface conditions, it's anticipated that the project will not meet that placed in service deadline. The new projected placed in the project is about 60% complete at this point, with an expected placed in service date of July of 2026. It was discussed at Mortgage Committee that this exchange process is administrative in nature and does not adversely impact our overall 9% credit capacity. And members of the Mortgage Committee unanimously approved the request. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Pat. Can I have a motion to approve the resolution presented by Pat?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. Comments or questions?
We did ask that Pat report back to us when the project's completed, so it doesn't just go unnoticed.
Thank you, Heidi. Any other comments? Hearing none, John, could you do roll call, please?
Yes. Jerry Abrahams,
Aye.
Wendy Clark,
Yes.
Phil DeFranzo, Heidi DeWingert,
Aye.
Claudio Gualtieri,
Aye.
Timothy Hodges,
Yes.
Catherine McKinnon,
Yes.
Commissioner Mascara-Bruno,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez, Franklin Perry, Matt Puglisi,
Yes.
Chelsea Ross,
Yes.
Sarah Sanders,
Yes.
Lisa Tepper Bates, Greg Ugalde,
Aye.
Sean Williams. The vote passes unanimously.
Motion carries. Thank you, Dawn. Next on the agenda are other reports. This one do not require actions, but information at some point and a resolution probably at the next board meeting. So Rob, you wanna introduce the first topic?
Yes, no roll call needed here.
No. Thank you.
Good morning. The attached or the resolution before you is a draft resolution regarding signatory authority for officers and employees of CHFA. As the commissioner mentioned, for board consideration and to allow time for revision and adoption or feedback and revision and adoption at a future meeting if necessary. The current signatory authority in place stretches back to 2014. It's in place to address compliance, risk mitigation, accountability, and to facilitate efficient business operations. Due to the nature of the current authority or the way it was drafted, it's required various amendments through the years and has created a bit of a complicated record. So the intent of the resolution here is to amend and restate that in a way that facilitates and expedites business operations going forward. The specific authority is essentially the same and summarized in the memo. I'd be happy to take any questions or solicit any feedback.
Comments or questions for Rob? All right, so you guys will have a time to review the information, so we'll vote at the next board meeting. Next is the state housing tax credit program. Thank you, Rob, for the information. Colette or Pat? Colette?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning. This is a report to the board on the 2025 HTCC program rating and ranking results. The Housing Tax Credit Contribution, or HTCC program, is a state tax credit program. Vouchers are issued to business firms who make contributions to eligible projects. Eligible applicants are nonprofit corporations, and programs must benefit low and moderate income households. CHFA administers the program for the Department of Revenue Services. There are 10 million in credits available annually. There's a 1 million set aside for workforce housing, 2 million set aside for supportive housing, and the projects are for development of rental, home ownership, rehabilitation of housing, and to capitalize revolving loan funds. This year, non-LIHTC deals were prioritized in the general class, and this was to improve access to resources for developments that otherwise may not come to CHFA. We had 22 applications requesting approximately 10.5 million in requests, and the applications were rated and ranked. The round results will result in 20 applications being awarded, a total of 9,670,675 in credits. We had 2 applications that were removed from consideration. One was deemed substantially incomplete, and 1 application was not in compliance with our eligibility policy. We have 1 applicant that was awarded from the Workforce Housing Set Aside. This is Housing Development Fund, Inc., and they will continue their Live Where You Work down payment and closing cost assistance program. We have 4 applicants that were awarded from the Supportive Housing Set Aside, and this includes the Open Door Shelter. They will construct 5 new units of supportive housing in Norwalk. The Connection Fund will make capital improvements to Jefferson Commons. This is a 12-unit building in New London. Columbus House, Inc. will address capital needs at Green Court. This is a 14-unit supportive housing project in Middletown. And St. Vincent de Paul of Middletown will, they have demolished an existing building and they will be constructing 40 new units of supportive housing in Middletown. Some of the highlights, we have 2 awardees that will capitalize revolving loan funds. 6 will create new homeownership units. 4 will create new rental housing units, and we have 8 that will improve existing affordable rental housing. Since the full 10 million was not awarded, CHFA plans to administer a supplemental round to deploy the remaining approximately 329,000 of HTCC credits. We will also include approximately 1 million in return to HTCC funds from 2 canceled projects that could not move forward. So we have a total of approximately 1.3 million that we plan to deploy in a supplemental round, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Colette. Comments or questions from the board? Members?
Hey, Colette, it's Jerry. Colette, so I'm sorry. So can you go over again why you failed to, I understand the million that's getting returned from a project that's canceled, but why were you unable to deploy the entire allocation on the first round?
We didn't receive as many applications this year. The total request was 10.5 million, and then out of the 22 applications, 2 applications were removed for consideration. So we had 1 that was the application was incomplete, and 1 that was not in compliance with our eligibility policy. So that brought us under the 10 million.
And is it typical that you don't get applications for the full potential of the award? Because it's a relatively modest amount. I'm just kind of surprised that you don't have applications in excess of the amount that you're able to award.
Yeah, it is not typical, and I was saying to someone earlier, we do see swings. Like last year, we were very oversubscribed, and I do wonder if then people think that it's too competitive, and then the following year, then we have fewer apply. So, I mean, we do continue to kind of reach out and make sure that folks, nonprofits know that this program's available, and make sure that it's a resource that's known for folks that are eligible to come in and apply. But it is not, we do look to see that we get the full 10 million out. That's why I think we want to get the supplemental round out to get the full resources.
Right, you'll fix it in the supplemental round. So, and then I assume that you're going to do a pretty aggressive outreach to let people know there's going to be a second round.
We are, and we're also going to work with the 2 candidates that didn't receive awards to see if we can get them.
Fix it, yeah.
For the next, and I do want to point out that we did deploy 97% of the $10 million. It was only $329,000 that didn't get awarded. So that'll be the first amount that gets awarded in the supplemental round, and then we'll start awarding the recaptured amount.
Yeah, it's modest. I get that, Pat. It's just weird that it's not. I would think it'd be oversubscribed. That's all.
Yep, understood.
Thank you. Any other comment? All right, can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Oh, no.
After the consent agenda.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll move, Jerry.
Second.
Thank you. Comments or questions on the consent agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor, I can do that, right, Rob? Or
Consent agenda.
consent
Yeah,
agenda,
yes.
can say,
Go ahead.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstention? Okay, motion carries. The one last thing for information to the board, Nandini.
Well, actually, we skipped over the meeting agenda for
Where
next
was
year.
that?
It was after, Colette.
Oh.
That's okay, that's okay.
Is that good?
It's a discussion item.
You got
So-
bad advice from your lawyer.
I do gotta sit down here, but I'm gonna have to move us in. So we're gonna have to look at adjusting our meeting schedules for 2026. The commissioner made me aware that the commissioners' meeting with the governor is at the same exact time as our board meeting, which is the fourth Thursday or the fifth Thursday, depending on whether the month has 4 or 5 Thursdays. So we're suggesting and looking for your feedback on, hopefully it works for everybody, is moving it up to the third Thursday of the month. This allows us to keep all other meetings in line with the board meeting, but also you know, aside from the first meeting, which will be a little earlier, we'll have a similar cadence in terms of the board meetings being about a month apart. So happy to take any of your feedback now, or if you have any questions, reaching out to me, or giving us your feedback at the next. Actually, we wouldn't bring this for your approval until November, but we just wanted to give you a heads up.
Any comments? All right.
And then I do have an announcement. I want to congratulate and make the board aware that Rob Hicks was recently promoted to general counsel. So just wanted to make the board aware of that. Rob has been with the authority now for 13 years and previously served as the deputy general counsel for, I think, 5 years. Congratulations. Rob.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so any other comments from the board before we adjourn? All right, can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Move, Tim.
Second, Matt.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Abstain. Have a great day. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.